My name is Gerardot. I'm currently a senior here at IPFW in the chemistry program. I'm currently going in undergraduate so that I can apply to a professional school in the medical field. I plan on getting my doctorate, my MD, medical doctorate, so that I can continue on and perform surgeries. I came from Columbia City High School. It's where I went to high school. I grew up in around the Columbia City area, and I decided to go with chemistry just because I really enjoy learning at the fundamental level of particles. So here at IPFW, I was able to accomplish quite a bit more than the average undergraduate student. I was actually part of a few organizations, both as a member as well as an executive officer. I've been president for the Big Heart Club for about 2.5 years now. I've also been a president of the Pre-Med Club. On top of that, I've received numerous awards, some from actual organizations as well as from the Department of Chemistry. I've received Student Leader of the Year as well as Member of the Year for a few organizations. And then I received the Analytical Chemistry Award, Organic Chemistry Award in research and study, as well as a few faculty scholarships and a George E. Hook Pre-Med Scholarship. And another thing that I really enjoyed being part of was the research I was able to do with Dr. Tomasevi, and I was invited to a poster conference where I actually presented the poster in front of 80 other poster presenters. So here at this poster we have a quick synopsis of the research I've been doing with Dr. Tomasevi. Here at this poster we have a quick synopsis of the research I've been doing for the past 1.5 years with Dr. Tomasevi. The research has been investigating a way that we could have a simple synthesis of an N-aryl-quinoline, which is a pharmaceutical scaffold for a lot of antibiotic drugs. Here's the generalized reaction. What we've been working with are aromatic aldehydes, malonitrile, and an anaminone in order to actually get the compound of interest. What we did is we used this proposed mechanism by substituting in different functional groups here and there in order to actually obtain a multitude of different variants. We used NMR to actually check the structure to make sure that it was consistent with what would be theoretically predicted as well. So because this was my senior year in undergraduate, I did start to apply to medical schools because it is a long and daunting process. The first step in that was actually taking an examination known as the MCAT, or the Medical College Acceptance Test. This is an extremely difficult test. I took it once and was actually able to achieve a score that let me apply to medical schools. On top of that, I've also had to apply, which has been a lengthy process in exposing everything about me to the schools and trying my best in an extremely competitive environment to get accepted. After this year, I plan hopefully on getting into one of the medical schools and then continuing my education in their degree field, as well as hopefully be able to start on that path to become a doctor. So after I graduate from a medical university, I plan on working in surgery, from what I can best describe now. And after that, I plan on doing a lot of non-for-profit work after I initially get my doctorate. After that, I want to see where that leads me in my career as a physician, and hopefully it'll put me in a place that I can actually go beyond doing non-for-profit organization work and actually going into different underprivileged countries and performing medical practices at clinics that I can start up. The reason I chose chemistry as an undergraduate was because I feel that it gave me a depth of knowledge that isn't necessarily obtained in a biology undergraduate, but is still conceptually useful to a physician. I also chose the career path of a physician just because I've always really wanted to be there and able to help someone in a field that they necessarily couldn't help themselves. And I also just am fascinated with how the human body works, both physically and theoretically. And I just really hope that one day I can practice everything I've learned, both from my undergraduate and my medical doctorate schooling, in helping people who really can't do it themselves, nor would they be able to in any other way but through my assistance. So I hope this kind of gave you a little insight into what it's like to be an undergraduate in chemistry pre-medicine.